Hey guys, so today I'm going to tell you about an app that I like to use to take notes called Notability. So here we go. Notability on the App Store is about $9. So obviously it's one of the more expensive apps that's out there, but it's definitely worth it, and we'll show you why. When you open the app up, it will look like this. Okay, and so what we are first going to look how to do in Notability, we can organize our notes according to subjects, and even within a subject we can add dividers. In order to do this, all we have to do is go to the top left of the app and touch this plus button here, and what it will do is it will have a drop down menu, so we can add a subject. So if you want to add like math or English, you can add a subject, or you can create a divider. After you've created a subject or divider, they will show up over here on the left side of the screen. The settings for Notability are available down in the bottom left-hand corner. If you open it up, it'll look like this. Within these settings, we can change a lot of different things. The things that I'm going to talk about is you can change the document settings, and then we can also change our iOS sleeper time. Those are the main important things that we can't change within the note itself, but we have to do before we open a note. One thing you may want to do when you first open the app is change our iOS sleeper timer settings within Notability to keep our iPad awake, because if you set your iPad sleeper timer to 5 minutes, if you are listening to a lecture and you don't write anything for 5 minutes, it may lock you out of your iPad. When we are done messing with our settings and we're ready to start taking notes, we have a couple options with our ability to take notes. We can either go up to the top right hand corner and select this and start from scratch. Our other option is to go up to the top left hand corner of a PDF that we've opened up in our web browser, and we have the option to open in Notability. So if we tap open in up there and then tap our Notability app, then we'll be able to open this PDF in Notability. When our web browser is finished sending our PDF file to Notability, we'll get a notification that looks like this. If we go to open our Notability app, we will get a notification as soon as we open it up that will allow us to import our PDF file that we sent to Notability. So we can either create a new note if it's a new day and you're trying to keep your notes separated by days, or if we're still within a lecture and you opened up another PDF file within your lecture, you can you can add it to another note that you've already started. Once you've picked one, you have the option to limit the slides that you want to import. So if there's only a few slides that you thought were important, then we can go ahead and select which slide we want to import, or which ones we don't want to import. Once we are inside Notability, we have a couple options for tools. Our first tool is our text tool. What this does is it allows us to place text boxes all around our PDF document. And then we can go ahead and type directly on. We have the option to change our font, to change our font size. We could also change our color here, and obviously bold, italicize, and underline words. Our second tool is the pencil tool, and what that allows us to do is to draw pictures or handwrite things onto our document. This next tool is the highlighter tool, and very basically what it allows us to do is highlight specific things on our document. This next tool is our copy tool. So what this allows us to do is to make a selection within our PDF document, and we can copy that, and then we can paste it onto another location or within another note, or even onto another document within another app. The final tool over there is our scroll tool. So usually within Notability, if you want to scroll, you have to use 2 fingers, because when you use one finger, it likes to track it like your pencil. So let's say we were working in our pencil app. If I were to try to swipe and scroll down with one finger, all I would be doing is drawing lines on my document. So to scroll down, I would go over and select my hand tool, which is my scroll tool. In Notability, we have the option to record, and so if we tap the microphone button at the top corner, then we can record and play back audio recordings. Notability allows us to import other images or figures into our notes, and the way we do that is we go up to the plus button up here, and we can select a photo, or we can take a photo with our camera. We can include figures, web clippings, which is like a part of a website, or even sticky notes. If we wanted to change what kind of paper that we're using with our notes, if we would rather have some line paper, all we have to do is go up to the Utilities option, which is up here where our wrench is. After we select the paper option, we have the option to add different textures to our paper, or we can add lines. So if you're trying to graph something, you can add grid lines. If you need to scroll back and forth between different slides, the best way to do that is to tap our slides button in the very top right hand corner, and what this allows us to do is it opens up a bar which we can then select slides that we want to work on. After we're done taking our notes for the day, we have the option to send our notes. So if you had a friend that maybe missed that day in class because they were sick or something, we have the option to send a note after we've created it. So all you have to do is go to the top left corner and hit the share button, and we have all of those different options to share our notes with. So that's just a brief overview of what Notability is and all the different options that we have within inside of it. Notability would make a great app for students in school because it allows us to take handwritten notes, type notes, we can write directly on visuals, we can include visuals, and so it really encompasses all the needs of all the students that you might have throughout the year. So head on over to the App Store, give this a download, and start taking better notes.